Hey guys, Movie Junkie for Life here, and this is going to be my review of American Made. Directed by Doug Liman and starring Tom Cruise, Domhnall Gleeson, and Sarah Wright, just to name a few. American Made tells the allegedly true story, and I say allegedly because I don't know the background of this story. I haven't done any research into it. Of a pilot named Barry Seal, who was recruited by the CIA to run drugs and guns for them in the 70s, 80s era. Come forward. So, American Made. You know, it's funny, these trailers out here, you see them, and they're trailers that get you excited for movies that sometimes disappoint you. And then every now and again, you get a trailer that underwhelms, but then when you see the movie, it is so much better than you thought it would be. And I'm very happy to say American Made is that movie for me, because I went to see this. A bunch of new movies came out, and I went to see this, and I really didn't know anything much about it other than what I saw in the trailer and that Tom Cruise was in it. And you know, Tom Cruise is usually a safe bet. Even if he's in a movie that's just okay, like The Mummy, he still entertains me, so to speak. So I went in to see this with no real expectations, and I came out wanting to put this, and I'm putting this on one of my top 10 movies for 2017 list. This movie is so damn good, and I knew I was in for something different when the opening credits started up, and it just switched to this old 70s style credits that I guess you would have seen back then in the movies. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be different. You know, the cinematography in this movie is excellent. I loved it. And you do get that feel from era to era, you know, that you're going from the late 70s into the early to mid 80s. The movie has that look, it has that feel, the music is on point, you know, and it's just solid in all those aspects. But what really made this movie work for me was Mr. Cruise himself. Tom Cruise as Barry Seal. I honestly cannot remember the last time I saw Tom Cruise in a movie where he was this charming, this charismatic, and this entertaining. The way he played this kind of a scoundrel of a character who he's doing some really bad things. He's smuggling drugs, not so much for the government but for himself to make money on his side, because the CIA have him smuggling well, I don't want to get into it too much, but he starts going on these missions for them that are more like fact-finding missions about what's going on in South America. But he thinks they're not paying him enough, you know, so he starts to do his own thing on his side. And like I said, what he's doing is illegal, it's wrong, but you can't help root for him. Barry Seal is such a likable character that you can honestly understand why people take to him, why his wife wouldn't leave him even after she figures out what he's doing. There's a really fun moment between them, kind of giving away a little something here. It's just that he's like, you know, do you trust me? You trust me, right? And she's like, fuck no. You know, and he's like, okay, but do you love me? And you know, she's okay, yeah, I do. And I love it because it so perfectly describes the character of Barry Seal. And he's the best thing about this film. Not that the film isn't well written, well directed. I love the editing. I had no real issue with the pacing of this movie. I was never bored. But he elevates this character. And honestly, if he gave me this character in The Mummy, I would have enjoyed that movie more. This is a kind of rogue character, you know, a guy who, he's not all good, he's not all bad, and you just can't help but root for him. This is the kind of character I wanted to see in The Mummy, and I get it here with Barry Seal. And another person who kind of stood out for me, he does not have that many scenes at all, but he did what he had to do without saying much. Was an actor named Mauricio Mejia. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He plays Pablo Escobar. And what he could do with just a look is just so good. His character is menacing. The guy feels unhinged. You just never know if he's going to pull a gun and shoot somebody in the face. And like I said, he doesn't have that many scenes, but I actually think, for me, he was a standout, you know. Domhnall Gleeson is here, but he doesn't have that much to do in the role. But overall, guys, American Made is a really good story, a really good movie. It's like a dark comedy. It has its dramatic beats. You know, it has the action sequences are well done. The movie never takes itself 100% seriously, which works really well because, like I said, a lot of this stuff is kind of dark when you think about it, but they add a level of comedy to it that is just right, so that you never stop taking the movie seriously, but you never take it too seriously. So it's kind of like everything with a pinch of salt, you know, and I quite enjoyed that, and I really was rooting for this character all the way through. So I'm giving American Made an 8 out of 10. I think it's one of the best movies I've seen from Tom Cruise in a while. I also think it's one of the best films of 2017. And I definitely want to see it again. Director Doug Liman, he was behind, I think, Bourne Identity, Bourne Ultimatum. He also did Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. So he has a really good eye, and it shows here. And it's in cinemas now. I highly recommend you guys check it out. I'm so glad I went to see this. You know, and I still have to see Flatliners. Something tells me there though that my Jedi skills are on point and that movie is going to be crap just by the trailer alone. I'm not going by reviews, but just looking at that trailer, I know that's a bunch of nothing. Who knows, maybe I'll be wrong. So let me shut up, let you guys go, and until next time, bye bye.